So while I am rolling my tree, I want to talk a little bit about this Tristan Thompson situation because he has made headlines again for something else other than motherfucking basketball. But okay. So now the new chick that then came out and said that Tristan is the father of her baby. They took a DNA test, and I want to say it was yesterday that it came out, or the day before yesterday. It was one of them came out this week. Tristan, you are the father. And let me tell you why I don't feel sorry for Chloe. Chloe, you are always the bitch that niggas cheat on with. Lamar Odom. Taraji P. Henson. Okay, you're always the bitch that a nigga cheat on with. And they're always gonna cheat on you. The same way you get them is the same way you're gonna fucking lose them. Okay? So, Chloe, you owe so many motherfucking women an apology. Including Jordan. Oh, we remember Jordan. Remember your friend Jordan, who you got upset with for kissing your husband, and come to find out he was making advances towards her the whole fucking time, because that's what Tristan does. He's a motherfucking cheater. But you swore up and down it was Jordan that wanted your nigga. Get it together, boo-boo. Get it together. What else we got to talk about? What else is there to talk about? Shit. Who else we got to talk about in this bitch? Because I'm making a whole video for every fucking body. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this podcast, Fresh and Fit podcast with Myron Gaines and Walter Meeks. Or is it Walter Weeks? Weak ass. That was some weak ass shit that y'all did. Okay, they had Asian Doll this week on their motherfucking podcast this fucking week and decided to sit over here and say, oh, I know who King Von is, but I don't know who Asian Doll is. They made that girl so pissed off that she got up and she walked off the show. She got up and she walked off the podcast. That was rude, first and foremost. But let me tell you, that was rude first and foremost. But let me tell you what the icing on the cake is for me with this motherfucking podcast. These motherfuckers sat up and explained why they don't date dark-skinned black women. If you go on the Shade Room, it's posted every. If you go on the Shade Room and any blog post on Instagram, it's all over Instagram, okay? If you go on the Shade Room and any blog post on Instagram, it's all over Instagram, okay? One of the dudes looked like a dusty brown rotten fruit roll-up kind of looking, like he just looked so dusty and brown. You could tell he was bullied in school. He was one of the niggas that was getting stuffed in the locker for being a fucking nerd. You like that fucking anime shit. Don't get me wrong. I like anime shit, but I don't take it to my head. Like I got Super Kai powers or something. You nerd looking bitch. First and foremost. And then the second guy that was talking, he's so motherfucking black, he looked like night. The color of his skin is indigo. Sitting around here talking about he don't date dark-skinned women. It was a dark-skinned woman that got your ass together. That's why you don't like. So now they trying to clean up their mess. They're trying to say, oh, you know, this is a preference. This is a preference. That's what they're trying to say. Oh, this is just our preference. I hate when black men dog other black women and then they sit over here and say that's their preference. That is not preferential treatment. That is not that's not preferential treatment. You're prejudiced against your own fucking kind. Sitting over here talking about you don't date nothing but light-skinned women. A light-skinned woman, shit. I'm not light-skinned, but a lot of people consider me light-skinned. I'm brown-skinned, okay? But I don't have nothing. I have no problem with my light-skinned sisters or my dark-skinned sisters at all. My sister is very much dark-skinned, very much beautiful, very much ebony, and proud of it. Ain't no black woman gonna deal with y'all crusty fools, and a light-skinned one shouldn't either. So I-95 was closed down for a whole freaking day. People were trapped on I-95 for a whole freaking day because of a huge snowstorm that came through in closing I-95 down, and they could not get through. Coco from SWV revealed that her and her son were trapped in that mess. Prayers to y'all. I hope that they done cleared it. They done cleared it by now. I hope they done cleared it up. What else we got to talk about? George Floyd's niece got shot in her arm on Saturday while she literally just sleeping in her bed, and she's only 4 years old. Stop with the gun violence. If you can't fight, what you picking up a gun shooting people for? You pussy ass niggas. Stop with that fucking gun violence. What else happened? Other than that, that's it. COVID still running rampant. STD still. I'm making several videos for y'all today. Let's go ahead and talk about COVID. How everybody is so worried about COVID, but you're not worried about the STD rate. We are still catching HIV, AIDS, chlamydia, gonorrhea, all of that, guys. That is still permanent too, okay? While you're wearing a mask, put a hat on your willy. Put a hat on your Jimmy. Make sure Miss Vagina is straight. Put a condom on her if you need to do. We need to be a little bit more careful about the diseases that we already have here now prior to COVID. Yeah, yes, I did say COVID. Because I'm country as hell. COVID. Fucking COVID. COVID. Around here worried about is you're vaccinated, and if you got a mask, well, you can just sniff the air and that shit you get that shit. And speaking of COVID, why are we still having concerts and big club parties in the middle of a pandemic? Explain that to me. Explain that to me. Explain that to me. Why are we still doing big gatherings at clubs? Why is Rick Ross coming to fucking Tallahassee talking about for this DJ Dimp shit? Why is DJ Dimp doing all that shit still at the Moon? Why is y'all doing that? Do y'all know how many people came up sick after the Christmas party for the Moon? Do you know how many people came up sick? Y'all doing super spreader events, talking about you want to be outside and all that shit. Well, is outside worth your motherfucking life? If you don't have to go out for work, and if you don't have to go out for grocery shopping and things like that, stay your ass home.